All right. Rogue Methods and Fieldcraft Survival are huge names in the training ecosystem, and Melissa is going to talk about a class that she just took with them.
But first, primeres.com/alpine. Are you in the military? Are you looking for help with a VA loan? Or if you're looking to buy or refi, or if you're considering a reverse mortgage, call our local mortgage guy that you can trust. Call Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. You can give Chris a call at 619-722-1303 or just go to primeres.com/alpine. All right, Melissa, it's all yours.
So today, usually I do a gear review for you guys. This is going to be a little bit different because this is a training class. This training class was something I have never seen before, and it was, thank you. This training class I've never seen before, and it was intense. And this was a training class by Rogue Methods. And on the air today, we have the CEO of and head trainer for Rogue Methods, Raul Martinez. You there?
I am. How are you guys?
Good. So today I have Ashley or Smashley with me and Haley, who took your class. I personally did not take the class. I was taking photos with you and these two ladies. I want them to review the class, but I have never seen so many people dig so deep to fight for a gun and not get shot with a sim. So tell us about your class. Tell us what this class is about.
Well, first of all, happy birthday, Ashley. I know it's tomorrow, but a happy, quick, early birthday to you. You know how I know, and it's friends that you have and me confirming via your order. So it's not creepy. It's being informed.
Thank you, Raul.
My pleasure. Happy to hear your voice. I'm going to be seeing you soon, right? We're seeing each other for training the 21st of this month and then again in October.
Yep.
So the class, it's very interesting what we see develop. And there is programming that helps us really control the other person in the sense of just enough space where we can stay there. Obviously, we're not striking, though there are portions of the full course that will have striking. But what we see is this, it's almost this organized chaos of I don't want to get shot, and I definitely don't want to shoot them if I don't have to. So if I can gain control, that'd be great. But there is a gun in place. And a lot of this came from my law enforcement experience. And Ashley knows this, and so does Haley. Like, there's times where you are the person that brings the gun to the game. You just show up, and it's people that didn't have guns. So in the law enforcement capacity, and now in the more heavily concealed carry groups across the country, the idea that you're the one bringing the gun, you should be able to, one, keep it or get it back if you do lose it. And that's really what Rogue Methods is about, is to reintroduce the fight in gunfighting and really take away just the shooting aspect, though we do some shooting. It's to show you what you are capable of, even with the little bit of skill that you might have, or just whatever you walk on that day. So we had a guy playing yesterday for a class. He had never done any sort of physical fitness activities. He just concealed carries and draws really quick. And
Raul, so sorry to interrupt you, but guess what? We have a happy birthday giant chocolate donut for Smashley. It says happy birthday, yes. Smashley, and it's a giant chocolate donut.
God.
Somebody take a picture of that.
Somebody take a picture of that.
Haley. So let's sing happy birthday to her.
We can do it quickly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Smashley. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Yeah.
Hey, she blew it out in one shot.
Okay, put it here, and then we'll cut it up.
Never been so happy not to have the microphone in front of me for that time. That was cool.
Yeah, really. Anyway, back to the show.
There you go.
He lost his train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, if you want, I can totally continue. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, go right ahead. Because they're munching away now on his big donut.
So it's going to be a muffled conversation. So the program really does it lends to that. It lends to it could be just anybody. Though we're seeing a lot more law enforcement, which just in my heart, that's one of those things where they need the training. They have to carry this thing for work, and it should be a capability of theirs to keep the gun and not have it taken away and used against them. We had a big parade in Chicago. We still do, not necessarily a parade, but a memorial for Thor Soderbergh, and he was one of those officers that went to a call. It was on a CTA bus, and the lady overpowered him. She was just a really heavy-set woman, some mental issues, took his gun in a scramble, and it was the old-school guys with leather holsters, right? So it's a lot easier to take those guns away. And he ended up succumbing to his injuries with his own gun. And it's one of those things that always spoke to me in training. I've done a lot of combatives training, wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu, and I've been surrounded by really great guys who paint the perspective of being capable, just be able to do something. And I was like, well, how can I bring this to the masses in the sense that you don't have to have any training. Just show up. You have some fundamentals in shooting, and just a safe shooter, because we are going to be on the range for a little bit. You get to experience your gun doing certain things, and then you get to fix that gun so that if you have to use it, you can clear it after the problem that has come up from scrambling over a gun. There's a lot of hands and fingers going in different places. Magazines can be dropped. Triggers can be pulled, and the gun discharges in random directions, and they're able to then experience this in a controlled environment. But it's still, and I use the word violent because it paints a stronger picture, but it's controlled chaos, and really you get to feel it. And there is an end result. If you get shot with a sim gun, you're going to feel that. It's going to leave a mark. We do have protective headgear. It's all completely rated for impact with ammunition, so our faces are protected, but the body is not. So you see a lot of body shots, random shots in different places. People get shot in the butt.
I got shot twice.
Shot in the groin. So, yeah. And the bystanders get shot, and it really does simulate what, an example would be the class this weekend. One of the guys got bear hugged from behind, similar to a belly-to-back suplex, and he spun the guy in a circle. And in that spin, the guy that was holding the gun pointed the gun at everybody in the crowd. Everybody heads, like, oh no. But things like that will happen in the world. And so if we can experience that and give you more control and give you the confidence, and really what it is, it's going to give you confidence that I've been here. I've experienced this. It feels gnarly, and I can get past it. Obviously, it's on a smaller scale. At least you've done it, and you've held an actual gun that fires in cycles, and you have to clear the malfunction in order for it to work for you the next iteration. So it really is something special. I'm definitely not the pioneer in this game. I came along a little later. There are guys who've been doing this for a long time. I think I'm just bringing a fresh perspective, and I'm trying to cater to everybody. I'm not trying to isolate certain groups over others. I just want everybody to be safer so that the confidence in the American people is there again, and everybody's just better for it. So that's the goal.
Hey, Raul, can I ask you a question real quickly? Is your approach or your methods different when you're training law enforcement people than they would be training civilians?
There's a slight variation where I explain certain things differently, but the program is the same. I want everybody to be fully capable. And what's great is we're not getting a mixed batch of like potential bad guys in the mix with cops, in the mix with everyday folks. It's everybody's on that same path of just betterment to secure themselves and their family. So the training is the same across the board, but there are wording twists and there are angles that are better for law enforcement. Depending on which side the officer carries the gun, I'm going to teach them to favor the other side so that they can keep that side free during a draw. And we'll see this more in the full course. Like, I'm running a bunch of seminars to really test the market and see how interested people are in a program like this. And it's been received really well. And so now the full program's running out there, and that's going to show officers. And when it's a law enforcement only class, even the name is different because we don't want necessarily to promote this overly aggressive sense of being as an officer, because they are the shield, right? So what it is it's just more how to control without having to fire, where the person getting mugged on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere or in an alley in a city, they don't have backup. They don't have somebody potentially coming. Nobody is there to render aid other than themselves. So there's actually a medical portion in the full class as well, just in case you happen to get shot or or you shoot the other person and they surrender, and then you can apply a tourniquet and stop the bleed really quickly. But to answer the question, the material is generally the same. There are twists and turns for law enforcement on the more control and capture side versus complete self-defense for the everyday person.
Hey, Roel, since this is a gear review or a class review, I wanted to get the girls' take on how they liked the class. So, Haley, what did you think of the class? What did you learn?
So learned about this class through Ashley. She promoted the heck out of it on social media, and I thought it looked really badass, but I've never done any outside training besides what my department issues. So I didn't really know what to expect other than getting beat up a little bit. And once we got into it, I think I impressed myself a little bit with a lot that I've already knew how to do. I recently started jiu-jitsu, and I saw how important that was in the grappling aspect of that class. And I think it was just a really big reality check and very humbling, and how, when something goes really bad, I'm fortunate that I wasn't in anything like what we learned before this class, because I'm not sure if I would have reacted in effective ways the way that I know how to. And I think being around, I think there's 3 other girls in the class. I think that was also really empowering, and the support and all of that. It was honestly the most amazing class I've ever been to, and it's going to be hard to compare anything I go to after that. So
I think that's a 2 thumbs up there, Roel.
Oh yeah.
So
Sounds
Smashley,
like it.
Smashley, what did you think?
So that was actually my second time attending the close contact gunfighter class, and I've told Raul this, and I've told a bunch of my coworkers this, but I've been a cop for over 10 years, and that was by far the best training I've ever received. This is the training that law enforcement needs, and we're not getting. As a cop, I've been in situations, unfortunately, where someone was trying to take my life, and you could be a SWAT or some badass canine and just think that you have everything covered and replay everything in your head how you would react. But when it comes down to it, when bullets are flying, you're going to resort to your training. So I support this class, and I'm advertising the hell out of it because I want to see my brothers and sisters get home safe.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you, Roel, for calling in. I really appreciate you calling in. And thank you for my guests, Haley and Ashley, for coming in, too. And happy birthday again, Ashley.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.